welcome to Stevie D's Models. In this video I'm going to be building up this kit from Airfix, the 1/72 scale Douglas C47 Skytrain. It's a lovely painting there of a Dakota dropping paratroopers on Normandy. You can build this kit in two options: that aircraft that was used in Normandy, or an aircraft that was used in the Northwest Territories of Canada. And I remember a long time ago, well, I watched it recently, there was a film made in 1950, science fiction film, The Thing from Another World, and I'll never forget watching it because I must have been, what, 11, 12 when I watched it. And the aircraft had skis on it, and I'd never seen an aircraft with skis before. Anyway, so I went and done some research. The aircraft was in aluminium and red, so you can have that option, and that's what I made it in. So let's see how it went. Hello and welcome to this build of this model back from Airfix, the 1/72 scale Douglas C47 Skytrain. There's two decal schemes included. I'm going to be doing this one, the silver and red, which is from the Military Air Transport Service in Canada in 1949. And the reason I'm doing this one is because a classic movie from 1950, science fiction movie, The Thing from Another World. And I remember watching that film when I was pretty young, and it was quite scary, to be fair. And in that film there was a C-47 that went up to the Arctic ice where the film is set, and I was like really impressed at the fact that it had skis on its undercarriage, because I've never seen that before, so that's why I'm doing this one. And it looks pretty similar to the plane in the film. Anyway, it's a new tool kit from Airfix. I don't know when it was tooled, but it's pretty new. I've cut out all these parts up to this section 14 and glued them in. The pallets, I'm going to paint the pallets up, and it's pretty detailed, to be fair. There's a transfer for the instrument panel, fuselage sides, I've done them as well, and there's a lighting there. There's a lighting strip that you put in the top. I'm guessing they're the lights of the fuselage. The seats you can either have them as down or up. I'm having them as up because I'm going to close it all up. You're not going to see this. You're not going to see it. So if you wanted, you could really, I think you could go to town on this kit if you wanted. But there are ejector pin marks. There are ejector pin marks on some of these parts, like you can see where I've used Valet or putty to fill them in. But yeah, so Airfix instructions suggest painting this Humbrol 226, which is US interior green. I've only got this in enamel and I'm going to brush paint it on, so I'm going to do that now. And we'll come back to it when it's done. Okay, all the interior has been painted up with 2 coats of this Humbrol matte 226, which is US interior green. I know it's not right good, you know, it's a bit blotchy, but once I've closed up the fuselage, you're never going to be seen again. What I like about this is that you can paint the lights, or I suppose if you were good at this kind of thing, you could light, you know, put some LEDs in there, I suppose. There's a gap between that part and the roof, so you could do the wiring. I've done the cockpit, and again I've painted it up according to the instructions, and I put the transfer in for the instrument panel. And again, I've not done a right good job on the painting because I brush painted this enamel and I ain't spraying it. And I've done the pilot and co-pilot. So I'm going to glue them in and we'll get the fuselage close together. Okay, so those little dudes are now in the cockpit. If you're planning on putting these guys in, you'll have to cut their feet off, because I couldn't get them in without cutting their feet off, either of them. But at least they're in now, so get the flooring in, and this goes in pretty well, to be fair. It's got a guide at the back. Okay. So I've already test fitted these before, and these go together very well, you can see. I think we'll need a clamp on this end. I've already sanded off the edges first beforehand. Bit of tape. Just flew across the room. So, Well, we're not going to be able to do that. Piece of tape ready. Okay, so the fuselage houses together, I've gone along the seam with sprue goo and sanded everywhere. We'll have to see what it's like after, what do you call it, after I've primed it. So we're moving on now. I've glued in, I'm guessing that's for undercarriage, and then I've sorted out the wing here. And I glued that bit in because that's what the instruction says, put this bit in, yeah. But when you try and put the wing fillets in, that's a bit of a struggle because that's in. So what I've done is I've took that back off and glued the fin fillets in. So they're in now. And this fits just the same, fits really well. But now I can get the fin fillets in no problem. So I'm not using the quick setting. So a bit of tape. And now I can glue that bit there. I was struggling getting this glued here. So now I can, that fits in no problem. So it's going to take some gluing and taping. Get it all joined together. Anyway, so I'll get on with that and we'll come back to it in a sec. Okay, you need to be aware if you're making this kit, this spar here that goes across, right across the wings, there's like a channel on this side, on the underside of the wing for it to slip into. But I could, whatever I did, it would not fit together there. So I've scraped that plastic off the channel and now it fits like it should. It wouldn't do that before, and there were nowhere. You see, it fits now. And when I put glue and what have you, still that might need a bit of sanding down here, that needs a bit of scraping off yet. It's just not going together. Maybe I've done something wrong, I don't know. Okay, so tailplane has gone on. This weren't all that bad a fit. The parts are like, there's a tab there and a tab there, and when you put them together it holds it all steady. And these parts are alright fitting. The rudder though goes onto here, and it had flash in these two. It had flash in these parts here, so I've had to scrape that out and sand it and to get it to fit. So it's gone inside. The co-pilot has decided to he doesn't want to be in the plane anymore. I can't get him back in. Yeah, so everything looks okay. I have these parts. I didn't need to paint these interior green, and these go on here. I'm going to do that now. Let's see if it'll go in. There we go. Something else. Tight fit. Yeah, I'll trim a bit of this tab off, I think. Okay, so this tab here, that the engine itself fits onto, and just with a file, just trimmed it down a little bit, front left and right, up and down, and this engine nacelle now goes on. Really did. Test fit here. There we go. Now it goes on, no problem at all. So I need to glue this in. Okay, so that's that in. Shall do the other one. The exhaust go here. There's some parts go on top of the engine nacelle there, so I'll do the other one off camera. Okay, so the plane has been primed in Vallejo black primer. After that, sections around here you could still see the seam lines, so I coated it with this stuff, Mr. Surface 1200, and then sanded it smooth afterwards, and I've resprayed it, so the seam line's basically gone. All the undercarriage parts and stuff have been put onto sticks, and I've painted them with umbrella aluminium, the undercarriage parts. So yeah, we need to do some. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is spray underneath the aircraft first. You can still see some seam lines on this, but I'm not bothered because it's underneath. And let's see, you know, you're not going to see it, are you, really? Because it's underneath. But I'm going to spray it with Vallejo metal colour, dural aluminium. So, So I've masked up because it's now time to paint the red on the tail and the wingtips. I've had to use Belay or masking fluid because according to the Airfix instructions that stays silver or aluminium. So I'm going to use okay, all the large transfers have gone on and they've gone on pretty well, sunk into the panel lines and what have you, and yeah, there weren't a lot of them, but I like the Stars and Boys with the red stripe that were after the war. But now it's time for the stencils, and there's quite a few. So I'm going to do the stencils under the fuselage first, because that's where the most are. And there's a stencil on each window, but they'll have to wait until it's had a satin coat and what have you, and I've done the panel lines and what have you. But there's a section here, so where I've laid. So if the camera can pick it up, but all the stencils, I've cut them out and laid them on my desk like they are on the instructions here, so that I know where they go. I don't have to keep looking for them, you know what I mean? I've already cut them out, so I'll get on with that now and I'll show you when they're all on. Okay. Well, there's the water ready to go. I've warmed it up a bit in the microwave. Okay. Right, so I've just glued the props on. All the transfers have gone on really well. I've given it a satin coat with Umbral satin varnish. For some reason, don't know if it's showing up, but there is like white spots on it. But I'm just putting that down to weathering, because it would have got snow and ice on it, wouldn't it, to the aircraft here. Something I've noticed since I painted it is there are sink marks on the cowls here, but I'm not going to touch them now. At the moment I'm struggling with motivation for modelling, so I don't want to be mucking about with that. So will I do a final reveal? video. Okay, and there's the finished completed kit. It's the Douglas C-47 Skytrain. This was described by General Eisenhower as one of the 4 weapons that helped the Allies to win the Second World War. C-47 Skytrain has since gone on to be an instant recognisable symbol of early air travel after the war, because they were used as passenger airlines, but this is a transport. This is being used. I've done this as a transport set aircraft. So. The model built really well. I've had not many problems. I've had to take care of the seam line on the top of the fuselage though. With it being a metallic finish, I didn't want one of them, but the aircraft on the whole has gone together really well. I can't complain really. I've had a little bit of trouble though with the landing light covers. They're a bit smaller than the openings in the wing, but anyway, they're in and they look okay. Transfers no problem. Cartograph. It got painted with Vallejo metal colour, duraluminum, and the red is Tamiya. Now I did give it a satin coat, Humbrol satin coat, and to be fair, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but that has left some white spots. But as this aircraft operated in the Arctic, I'm not dealing with that. It can, you know, it's a bit of Arctic weathering, isn't it? Anyway, so there you have it. Well, hope you like it, and we'll cut back to me. Okay, so I hope you like that video of the model I've made. I got this kit using the Airfix flying hours. All it cost me was the post and packing, and that was from an old membership card. I think it cost me £3, something like that. So it's well worth it being a member of the Airfix club. Anyway, so how much is this kit in the shops? It must be more than 30 quid. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that build. It's got 3 flying hours on it, so I need to cut that out and save it. Next up will probably be a kit that I've had in my stash for quite a while. It's a Westland Gazelle in 1/72 scale. I don't know where the paints are. I don't usually keep them. This is a vintage kit, but it's in a red box because, what, 10 years ago when they first started doing these red boxes, they were putting vintage kits in them. I'm not saying it's a vintage kit, but I knew what it were when I picked it up. So we'll see how it goes together. I remember building this when I was a kid, and I think it needs nose weight. We'll find out, but I think it needs a bit of nose weight. Transfers are okay, so the kit looks okay, so I'm going to build that up next. Anyway, this is Stevie D signing off for now. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. And well, what more can I say? But cheerio.